Hello, Insight community. It is Mike Connor once again, back with tip number 4 from the Insight One. Jacob said that how I dress matters, so I'm a little bit more dressed up for this video than the last two, although I am actually also just got back from working with a client and I'm on the road. But look at the last two videos. I was in a t-shirt, but one was a Bulgaria t-shirt, the biggest Insight community in the world, and one was a Esprit de Corps t-shirt from a really cool weekend event that we did a number of years ago for all the volunteers in the Insight community, and maybe we should do again. So I might have been casual, but I was on brand. And remember, I mentioned that these videos are meant to be more about substance than polish. So tip number 2 was about the 3 selves, aligning the 3 selves. Tip number 3 was about the high self. So tip number 4, this video, will be about the conscious self. The conscious self is where we hold our beliefs about what's right, wrong, our shoulds, and a whole lot of other things I could talk about around the conscious self. But in this video, I want to talk about the beliefs that we hold in our conscious self, particularly those beliefs that we've built over the course of a lifetime that we're not even aware of anymore, but the impact those have on us having and living the life we want to live. In the Insight One, we use money as a means to explore our belief systems, and we notice that many of us want to have more money in our life, but why don't we? And the reason for that is many of us, starting quite young, took on a series of limiting beliefs about money. We might think that maybe we had examples or learned something from our parents about, well, the people that have money are not good people, they're not spiritual people or kind people. Or maybe we took a belief on that you have to work really, really hard if you're going to have money in your life. And those beliefs got encoded inside of us, and we begin to filter in or filter out our experience based on those beliefs. We call that the reticular activating system. And without knowing it, those beliefs are actually determining what we see in the world and what we experience in the world. And they filter out the things that are inconsistent with the belief. So if I think that everybody that has money is not a good person or is a selfish person, then I will notice out in the world all the people that are rich and selfish. But I will filter out and not see the people who are kind and generous, but are also wealthy, just confirming that belief true over and over again. And so what I need to do if I want to shift that belief into something that's more abundant, I need to create a new belief. I need to create a belief that I can be wealthy and generous, that there's a lot of people out there who are kind and also have a lot of money. And I'm just using that as one example. It does take time to make that shift, however, because those old belief systems have gotten deeply wired inside of us. And as we begin to bring new beliefs in, we've got to really take on a dedicated practice of shifting that belief. So if you're going to work on some beliefs, whether it's about money, whether it's about health, whether it's about free time, whether it's about having the work you love, whether it's about having a relationship with a partner you can be intimate with, or a range of other things, one is identify what belief really feels true for you that you want more of. And does it come from your heart? Is it a heart-centered desire? Is it true and authentic for you? Is it something you really want? Because oftentimes we'll reach for beliefs, but they don't really sit as true inside of us. So check that out first in your heart and say, is this something I truly want more of, and why? Why does it matter for me? Then you need to work that belief. You can do it through affirmations, you can work it through visualizations, and maybe most powerfully, you can begin to take behavior that is consistent with that new belief. And sometimes it's quite confronting for us to take that behavior when it's inconsistent with our old belief system. It can feel awkward, it can feel challenging, it's out of our comfort zone, but it's one of the fastest ways we can begin to shift some of those beliefs inside of us and then shift that reticular activating system. Because if in time I can begin to encode it with my new beliefs, I'll begin to see evidence out in the world of the people who are kind and generous, who are also wealthy, because that's the kind of person I want to be, and then I'm going to start to build my life around that belief. So I could speak a whole lot more about this, and I will do a future tip on the cycle of abundance, because there's a whole piece I can do on that. But for now, around the conscious self, begin to notice your beliefs. First is have awareness about what the belief is. identify what beliefs you want to shift, and then build in some affirmations, visualizations, and then take actions consistent with that new belief to begin to make that part of your life. I hope I'll see you at the upcoming Insight One or at one of our trainings soon. Share Insight with your friends and family, co-workers. Give away the gift of insight, one of the greatest gifts in my life. I hope the same is true for you. Thanks again, and have a great day.